What exactly does a consultant at McKinsey do? Short intro into the life of a top consulting firms. In this short presentation, I will go through the things that are usually being done in a consulting on different positions. The work you perform at McKinsey or any other top consulting firm will drastically depend on, first of all, your position, your experience, and obviously how the office is organized. The bigger the office, the more specialized people become. In a typical consulting firm, we have four main roles. So we've got business analysts, associates, senior consultants, and project managers that are called sometimes engagement managers. And finally, we've got at the very top different types of directors, principals, and partners. They mainly concentrate on selling the products and obviously managing the company, defining the products. Now let's go briefly through those four main roles and see what they actually do. Let's start with the first position, the business analyst. This is usually the entry-level position on which you do a lot of research necessary for the future or current projects. You do plenty of analysis, especially in Excel, and on the basis of that, you prepare thick presentations with many slides that will be provided to the customer as the end product, the deliverable. Obviously, on this position, you will learn a lot. However, you have to also remember that you're going to do a lot of shitty work, like browsing through internet in the search of some information, doing a lot of market research, store checks. Also, the workload is huge, as you have to, on one hand, learn the craft, learn how to be a proper consultant, and on the other hand, you actually have to deliver a lot of tangible work to the project manager or the associate. Usually, on this position, you will be supervised by a more experienced consultant. So it's either associate on a bigger projects or directly by project manager on a smaller projects. Unfortunately, at the very beginning, you will not be as efficient as the rest of the team. So you end up working 12 to 15 hours, 6-7 days a week. On average, you will stay in this position 2 to 3 years. And if you're happy, you will become later on an associate. Now, when it comes to how many business analysts you would have, on a typical project, you would have, let's say, 2 to 3 business analysts and 1 to 2 associates and 1 project manager. Now, let's move on to the second position. If you're happy, you at some point become the associate, so senior consultant. And here you not only analyze and prepare the presentation, but you also do a lot of project management, which is extremely important. You are helping, especially on the bigger projects, the project manager to make sure that the project is going into the right direction and that you're actually delivering value. Typically, one associate would supervise 1 to 3 business analysts. And on many occasions, you start interacting with the customer directors, VPs, and C-level directors, so CFO, CEO, and COO, and other which might happen in the company. Sometimes you have even chief marketing officers and things like this. Obviously, on this position, you are gradually being prepared to manage projects and sell them on your own. You would spent 2 to 3 years here on this position, and once you are done, once you not only master to supervise the business analyst but also to manage a part of the project and also to sell to some extent, you will move on to the third type of position, which is called the project manager. And actually this is the most stressful position, as you will have to make happy not only your team but also your partners, and on top of that obviously the customer. Now, if you are on this position, you hardly do any analytical work, yet you have to check the work of your business analysts and associates. So you are responsible for the quality of the product being delivered. On top of that, you will manage at least to some extent, obviously, the relationships with the customers. Sometimes you will be supported on a more important projects by directors or partners. Nevertheless, on daily basis, you are the one responsible for delivering the project, and if it doesn't go well, you will be to be blamed by both parties. In short, extremely demanding work. But if you are successful in that position and you manage to deliver high quality results to your customers and to your partners, you'll be able either to move to a director position outside consulting company or move to the position where you will be responsible for selling the expensive consulting projects, and also you'll be managing the company. So those positions, they're differently called in different consulting firms, but in general, it's a director, partner, and associate principal position. On this position, you are the salesman. You have to generate demand for the services, convince potential customers to pay high fees for your services, and also to supervise the delivery of some more important and more difficult projects. On this position, obviously, you are constantly on meetings, phone calls, traveling from one city to another, from one project to another. Most of the days you'll network and talk to chief operating officers, chief executive officers, president of the company, board members, PE partners, and others. Your goal on this position is to bring a lot of in revenues for your firm in order to stay on this position. As said previously, part of the job is also to supervise more important and more difficult projects and to provide an advice to the project managers that are reporting to you. So that's in short when it comes to different positions you can have in consulting. If you want to start your journey as a business consultant, check my course on a case interview. I will attach in the description link with a nice discount to that. If, on the other hand, you are already in consulting, check my other courses that will help you become world-class business analyst and drastically improve your efficiency. In the description, you'll find a link to this presentation where I'll go through all the courses. And as always, subscribe to our nice channel for more movies like that.